interesting to do a series of behind the scenes videos, in a sense where I take you behind the scenes literally, in the sense that I show you what's happening as I work, but also emotionally and developmentally, in the sense that behind the scenes of an artist's journey, if you will. I thought it would be a great idea because when I was developing as an artist, like in the beginnings, like when I was 15, 16, 14, I never saw the raw side, the authentic side, or even just the difficult sides of being an artist. All I ever saw was these celebrated people, the artist's struggle, you know, the romanticized version of what it means to be an artist, but I never saw people really working and facing obstacles in their work, and how it is to, you know, survive the ugly stage, you know, in the painting, when you think, okay, this is shit and I hate it and I don't know what to do with myself or with the painting, but I'm too far in, I don't want to go back. Or even if you're on a client commission and you get to that stage and you just think, oh my god, this is never gonna look like anything I'd want to present to a client. So I thought that it would be nice to just bring my version of this to the table and broaden the available material that there is out there now, with people being vulnerable, people being authentic and saying, okay, listen, it's not as glamorous as you think, and it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of failing and failure and struggling with yourself, struggling with self-worth and all these kind of issues. So that's why I wanted to start this series, and let's see where it goes, let's see what happens. And they're just going to be, you know, raw videos, no drama, no hours perfecting and changing perspectives of the camera or editing, or, you know, all this kind of glitz and glam that's great for finished videos, but not in the sense of what I want to do with this series. So let's talk about why I wanted to film today. Today is my due date for a large commission piece. I'm not completely finished yet, and they've given me, you know, some leeway that they don't need it today, but I want to have it finished by tonight. And I've had some real issues with this piece. On the one hand, the great stuff that's been happening is I've developed a new technique, or let's say I'm developing a new technique of how to draw with new materials, so watercolor ground and watercolors and wood. And I'm really excited about this. I'm really excited about the possibilities this is giving me, because I love watercolors and I've really fallen in love with, you know, taping things to wood. So the next logical step is drawing on wood with watercolors, and I didn't know how to do that until very recently, and then I discovered watercolor ground, which enables me now to create watercolor effects on any surface I want. And so it's my this is a real game changer for me. And the brand I use is Daniel Smith, in case you're interested, although it's very expensive in Europe. They don't ship to Europe, so I had to get it over Amazon and other dealers, and I'm gonna have a look for new sources, because it's not very realistic for me to be purchasing this product at that price range in Europe. But I could, because of the commission, and it gave me some financial freedom so that I could actually invest in these materials. And as I said, I've been really enjoying the process of developing this technique, developing and discovering, although I kind of feel I should have let myself practice before and discover the individual tricks and stuff of this material before doing it on my client commission piece. But the damage is done, if you will, so I'm using it. I've nearly finished the piece and it's working great. Things have been possible that I didn't think were possible, and so that went really well. Then I used gold leaf that was fantastic, but it's also a catastrophe because I messed up a huge part of the piece, and I have to go in again and try and work out how to fix that, how to make it look good again. So that's where I am right now, because last night I even though I was tired and I was taking medication the last week and I had side effects. So one of those side effects was blurred vision, and which is something that happens to 1 in 10 people of 10,000 people, which is kind of my luck this week. But so I wasn't really able to see very focused last night, particularly because it was night. So all the odds were not in my favor, and I thought, okay, come on, let's just do this. This is really simple. You've done this before. It's not a problem. And I completely messed up 2 things, which is where I am right now. So I need to fix those today, and I thought that would be a great point to start the behind the scenes and just, you know, be honest about it and not just show the finished video or, you know, the finished piece and say, oh, I'm so amazing and I finished this piece, and it's just, oh, it's a breeze, because it wasn't. There's a part that I didn't film because my camera's batteries were out and I couldn't be bothered to wait to charge them before filming again. So what I did was I spent, I think, 1.5 days painting and scrubbing off roses. That's what I did. I thought, you know, oh my god, it's just a couple of roses, just put some here, and, you know, it will all work out. In the end, the first stage was, there are too many roses on this piece. It looks horrible, it's messy, you can't really see your focus anymore. Ugh. Then I scrubbed them off again, and then there weren't enough. And now I'm in this middle ground where I feel I want to put some more in, but I don't want to because I don't want to scrub them off again. So that's where I am on the roses, and those are the things you won't see on the finished video then. Also, I glazed the body with white, which was a really exciting thing. I've never glazed something, and I wanted to have this translucent white hue, if you know what that means, that you could see, for example, with Klimt pieces or you know, all these portraits that have this glowing white skin, but it's not white. So I was using the color of the wood as my foundation, and then I glazed over it, and I was really proud about it. And I showed it to my partner. I was like, look, it's so great. And he's like, it's too white. And so as a result, I had to file it down again and glaze again, and then do the same over and over until it was even. And I could embrace that because it felt like I was really working on my art. This is work, it's something you do, it's a craft, it's a technique, you have to know how to do this. But it's also very, you know, you don't need that kind of stuff when you're working on a commission that you're really excited about and nervous about and stressed out about, that these kind of things don't work out straight away. And what also, the last point that I wanted to share for this behind the scenes is that you shouldn't give up when it feels hard, because that's the magic, that's the thing that will set you apart from those who give up, those who really want the glamour and the romance of art but don't want to invest real work. Because with paintings, or with anything that you do in a sense, it's the 80-20 rule. 20% of the time is used to get to like a nearly finished stage, a stage where you think, okay, you know, 1 or 2 hours and this baby's done, and then it takes another 3 weeks. And that's the 80% of this rule, is that it takes 80% to finish the piece. That's the details, that's the stuff that in the end nobody will notice, nobody will see, nobody will ever mention, but you would know if it wasn't there. So these are the subtleties, the things that, like with the roses, nobody will know how many hours I spent scrubbing off, replacing roses so that in the end image the composition will work. But if it didn't work, people would know. They'd see it and they'd know something's off. I don't love this piece. I like it, but I don't love it. And that's these 80%. You could stop the painting at 20% and say, yeah, it's a done deal. And a lot of people would say, yeah, this looks fantastic. But you would know that if you invested some more work, some more energy, some more thought, some more time into this piece, you take it to the next level. And those are the process, the stages where you really grow as an artist, where you really discover your taste, your direction, your style, and all those kind of things that will make your work in the end, and it will really make it something worthwhile. And you will know, because you will feel satisfied in the end, or at least I hope you will, because I do. Of course, this is my opinion, but I know I've always had this issue with pieces feeling unfinished. But since I really pushed myself to either rework something or do it again or really stick it out, I felt that way a lot less. And so if you take anything away from this behind the scenes and the struggles I've had from this commission, it's that just don't stop when it's easy. Go real into the dirt and make it work in a way that you've never made it work before. And so before I close this video, I'm just going to show you quickly how the painting looks right now so that you can really see the ugly stage. And then I'll say goodbye after that. Okay, so here you see the piece. And first of all, you can see here that I have her face as a paper stick on, because when I was glazing the body I lost the pencil sketch, and yesterday night I thought I'll do this real quick, and what happened was the face got on like this or something. It just went completely loop-sided and looked horrible, so I had to glaze again to get rid of the pencil, and I'm going to try it again today. And also here you can see, here, I am a very impatient person. So what I did was I put gold leaf onto this rose, and because I couldn't wait for the milk to settle, I just stuck it on too early, and now I have gold leaf mush because it's everywhere but not where it's supposed to be, and it just looks horrible. Whereas here it worked beautifully, and I'm keeping that, and it saves my sanity to know that I did make it work at least once. And now I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do to get rid of the mess here. I'm thinking of going in with acrylic paint and make it look like it was all on purpose. So, but you know it wasn't. And yeah, so this is where I am right now, and I hope you have a great day, and thanks for